that you are quite nervous, but you are not communicating to. But when people are communicating, people are moving around you, the passerby are moving around you, automatically want to boost your confidence on speaking, communicating nicely. Yes and no, they do that. But sometimes we want to do for the students. What I do, I invite you to go there. You start speaking to, I listen to you. Sometimes I may do interruption. Clear? I did ask you a few questions. I asked you a few questions there. And after that, you try to make yourself more confident. And you try to give your answer accordingly. What I'm asking to accordingly. Yes or no, whatever. I don't mind. But I want to listen to you whether you were speaking extendingly or not. You were speaking largely, elaborately or not. That I'm going to find. I do that. I saw too. Yes or no? Yes. Because in the office, we do not have enough time to talk more with our classmates, with our colleagues, or with our office affairs too, because we're busy in different affairs. But in the classroom, sometimes we nurture the students, we offer the students, please go to the days, start speaking before us and regarding any topic, whatever you like to tell. That is, will boost your confidence more, and automatically your willing power will be successful, and you're really motivated more. You do that. So, sometimes I do the work for my undergraduate students. But we are only 5 students in the classroom. But today I testify you, I examine you, you did a presentation before me. I was really happy. I'm really happy too, because you tried your level best to perform. And hip. So we did not take his video.
He's totally dedicated guy.
Yeah, he's a very dedicated guy. But I don't know, his dedication will be longer lasted. Southern don't know that exactly, but I believe will be longer lasted. Will be longer lasted. Will be longer lasted in Southern University, because we have 3 more semesters in Southern University. Are you clear? So that 2 years MBA program you are running on, so you have to have a good endeavor to learn. But we are always with you. We are always communicating you. We want to share you a lot of information about it. Are you clear? Okay, now I want to tell something about the last topics. Just do that. Look like now. So first of all, we want to tell something about the maths communication. If I want to ask you a few things about the maths communication, you want to tell more. Writing, speaking, whatever the practical questions about. There is a question about the maths communication. What are the preconditions while people are communicating in maths communication too, in the maths media too? What are the preconditions while you are going to communicate in mass media? Television is a mass media, radio is a mass media, newspaper is a mass media. So while you are communicating in the mass media, so you are very much cautious, you are very much concentrate regarding some factors, because you are not communicating individually, because you are communicating as a whole. People look at you, what exactly you are going to tell out. Are you clear? So you are not talking about the hanky-panky. What you are going to tell about more practical, more authentic, and the information is more alive. And people will pick you. People will believe you. Otherwise, people will not believe you. Are you clear? Look at our Prime Minister. For example, I'm going to tell about our Prime Minister. The accident of Nusrat in Fani, what? She took this circumstances, accident to. Now, she was very caring. She's so caring about this type of accident in our country. The Majimati, I'm confused. Suddenly, I become confused. Why? Prime Minister will take all the activities in our country. There are a lot of leaders, there are a lot of ministers in our country. They will take the action. Why Prime Minister will always come up to do this action? Sometimes I do not support it. Are you clear? You mean the leader of the country, Prime Minister of the country. Why do you take the lead always? Because you have so many parliament members. They will take the lead. When he has the parliament members, he will take the lead. Right. Are you clear? Right. Why you take the lead first? Why you will always come to the front? Why you come to the media? Yes, I will take it on my shoulder. No, I do not follow that. You are the leader of the leaders. You are the leader of the leaders. You are the power of the powers. So what I should say, you cannot do that. You will not always come to the shoulder, come it on your shoulder too. You always come it on the shoulder. You look about the Dhaka accident, fire accident at Mohakali or Gulshan, whatever, or Bonani, that she took her shoulder. But sometimes I do not like it. It's a problem. There is a question mark. So mass communication, when you are going to highlight any message, you share something about yourself, what exactly you do, you are more colorful lot. You are more concentrated about this topic. You are more concentrated about the activity, whether that is realistic or not, practical or not. So I do not tell out more information whether if I do not have a very good idea about the topic most. Are you clear? So while you are going to transmit a message in the mass media, you are more what? Practical. And then you get to know information effectively. And after that, you make a plan, and accordingly, you deliver the information. Those are the preconditions. Accuracy important, right? Planning important. At the same time, while you are communicating, the audience is also important. If you do not have any idea about the audience, you do not share the information practically. So you know a clear idea about the audience. Because there are a lot of people in our country, yes and no? Sometimes they do have the positive mindset, sometimes they do have the negative mindset on the other hand too. So when you are communicating the mass media, you understand the both parameters, both sides of the people in our country, and after that you are going to communicate more. Otherwise, really a severe problem to be generated, and you do not know what will be the solution. Are you clear? Sometimes we become more puzzles. Sometimes we become tortured. Sometimes we become what? Nervous, disappointed. What do we do? What will do? What will do? What will be the next? No. We want to make a plan. The mass media, you try to do that. And the next one, while we are going to tell something about the topic media of communication, there is a model. Exactly when you are writing about the classification of the media of communication, there is a model. You have to draw the model, and accordingly you describe the model shortly. And the model is divided into two parts, verbal and non-verbal. Verbal and non-verbal. And the verbal communication has few types: oral communication, retail communication. So on the other hand, the communications are different to the visual, audio-visual, silent communication, show you the body language, and after that people will get you understand. And that you are sharing a lot of information to many. Are you clear? And one day in a class, I gave you one information. I told you one observation is done by the bungling, was done by the bungling. I told you earlier, right? Regarding the silent communication, body language. I told you 93% of our communication, exactly, people are done by what? Silent communication. Show the body language to each other. They are communicating, but they're showing the body language. Why? Want to make you people more active. Want to make you people more accurate. Want to make you people more what? Truthful. Want to make you people more attentive, sincere. Whether what he is telling to make you understand more.
Like vocabulary.
Yes. If I do not show you the body language, if I do not show you the gesture, you do not understand sometimes. If I show the gesture, you are not sleeping, you are not drowsy, you are quite active in the class, very active in the class, and you listen to the lecture attentively, and it gives you a positive tone, and that is a big vibration in your heart. Are you clear? When the teachers is moving around you, when the teacher is moving around, teachers are moving around you, sometimes students are really active. Look at about the example where we were a student of the school. Sometimes we were sleeping in the classroom because teacher did not speak very well, or slowly, and sometimes we didn't listen to. But here Mr. Hasan sir is conducting your class, move around you, talking to you, make you more active in the classroom to give you more idea about the different topics, and after that you can understand about the topic and do not face any problem. So, highlighting about the media of communication or the classification of the media, what exactly you do, there is some different identical thing: gesture, posture, appearance, province. They mention some falling data. The data will help you to know about more, and after that you are practically applying the falling data and you get the positive feedback from the media of communication. And then we got one chapter. The chapter was about the report writing. Everywhere you know about the report writing is really important, yes or no? Indeed, where we do the job here, Chittagong, Dhaka, or locally or internationally, or local company or the international or multinational, where you do the job, you must write a report to your boss. The boss is always looking for you. You are writing a note. So different times he will ask you the breakfast table meeting or the stand-up meeting or the offshore meeting. Sometimes he will ask you a lot of things about what? Report writing. Mr. Hasan, have you done that? Mr. Hasan, have you prepared it? Mr. Hasan, what would be the progress? Mr. Hasan, how many days? How many days are left? How many days are left? How many months will take to write the report? No, sir, it takes time. No, I'm going to finish it soon. So we want to get a lot of positive insight. We want to get, sometimes the report is impartial, sometimes the report is not impartial. So what is I should say, if you do not try to make it more impartial, isn't it? What do? You want to take more positive information, effective data, you want to collect. Asma, আমি ক্লাস থেকে বের ক্লাসে আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ওকে thank you okay thank you. So what I should say, look at this right now, very important. Suppose you invite somebody else to have a meeting program, a senior boss, DMD of a bank, managing director of a bank. Before coming to the meeting, he took all the information, what he wants to ask you. Yes or no? If MDs call you to join a meeting, before joining MD in the meeting, what he does, he collected all the information about today's meeting, then he will sit down before you. Yes or no? আমি কি ভুল বলেছি? আমি আজকের মিটিংয়ে এমডিকে ইনভাইট করেছি। তা এমডি জানে যে আজকের মিটিংয়ে কি হবে, ওই মিটিং সম্পর্কে হোল ডেটা সব কিছু উনি আগেভাগে নিয়ে নেবে, দেন হি উইল কাম টু দ্য মিটিং অ্যান্ড অ্যাকর্ডিংলি হি উইল আস্ক ইউ টু। অ্যান্ড ইউ পিপল আর রিয়েলি প্রিপেয়ার্ড ফর giving him all question answers as the way he minds. If you do not do the answer, if you do not make an answer correctly, so he tells you what? He will not motivate you. What? He wants to offer you the punishment. And you become guilty for that. Because he will not come many times in your office. He doesn't have enough time to visit your office too. 1 year, once in a year, twice in a year, once for 6 months. Yes and no, yes and no. And he wants to find the business for the bank. He wants to find the business for the bank, for his bank. But he will not come every day, every month. What he does, once in a year. Or he wants to join in AGM or EGM, whatever he wants to join, that he wants to tell something before all the employees, before the board of directors to a lot of information he wants to share. So while he comes there, he wants to collect a lot of data, what he wants to tell. Very important. So communicative. So what we do in report writing is not very easy. We have got some points in the report writing, impartial. But in Bangladesh perspective, we want to tell impartial sometimes is really harder. Bullshit. We do not tell about the impartial is very easy. No. You do not support any party. You do not support anyone else in your life. So sometime you go to the hell. And tomorrow you will not at home. Somebody will pick you at night and somewhere you will be living too. You're really out of the family members. So sometimes what we do, we become partial. ম্যাডাম আমি কি ভুল বলেছি? আমি যদি এখন প্রাইম মিনিস্টারের পক্ষ হয়ে যদি রিপোর্টটা না লিখি, আর ইউ ক্লিয়ার? Because the condition, the Awaमी League shortcut. At the same time, it reverse the government too, if I do not make it happen accordingly. So what do we do? Sometimes people will pick me at night, and where I will go, where I live, I don't know. This family member do not know that. Yes and no? Family members do not know that where Mr. Hasan's answer is. So very careful about communicating. So sometimes we're writing the report is partial. Why? Because